I work from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Usually I start my morning with a prayer. It's kind of a time for me to gather my thoughts and set myself up for hopefully a good day, and at least be in a good mindset to approach the day in a positive way. And then I always tell myself when I get out of the car, it's 12 hours. I can do anything in 12 hours. That's what my preceptor always said. We can do anything in 12 hours. So that's one thing that's kind of stuck with me. I was a nurse for probably 5 years, and then I had my first child. And so I stayed at home with my kids for about 4 years when I had my daughter and then my son. And then I returned back to nursing after my son was about 1.5 or so. I was very, very scared to go back into the nursing field because I had been out for so long, and in the healthcare system, everything changes so often. So I felt like I was totally out of the loop. I had a lot of anxiety going into every shift that I went to, and sometimes I would have a couple days off in between, and I just could not relax on those days. I was so anxious about not knowing something. I was in my early 30s, and I was like, I feel like these people would expect me to know how to do things, and I just felt like I didn't know anything. The day started pretty normally. A call light went off in 214, and I went down to answer it, and there was a female patient. One of her visitors had noted that she had some chest pain and wasn't feeling right. So I encouraged her to go down to the ER. I was like, if you're not feeling well, it probably would be best to get checked out. She was insistent and said, no, I want to kind of let it pass. I want to sit here for a second and see if it'll pass. So I continued talking with the patient and kind of answering her questions. The symptoms passed, and she was saying that she felt a lot better. I asked if it was okay for me to go back out, and the patient had said to me, Amy, wait, I wanna give you something. She went on to explain that she had this cross, and they handmade these crosses, and she only handed them out to people that she felt God was telling them that they needed it. And she said, in this moment, I feel, for whatever reason, God's telling me that you need this. And it was kind of like a disbelief, and instantly I got very emotional. Tears started welling up in my eyes, and I was just overwhelmed by the fact that she thought I deserved it, and for whatever reason, God moved her to give it to me. And I had only known this patient for a few minutes. I hadn't taken care of her at all. She didn't know my story, I didn't know her story. But it was a connection that we had, and that was very overwhelming to me, and it will stay with me for the rest of my life because, that was God's way of telling me, you're doing it. You're doing what you need to be doing. I feel that this is more than a job and more than a profession. It's an opportunity for a connection with your patients. The patients don't just need us. We need them in our healing process as well. And the emotional connections that I have formed have helped me kind of relieve my anxiety as a nurse. It's helped me continue to get more confident in myself and in my practice. It has changed me as a person, it has changed me as a nurse, it's changed my faith, has changed me as a whole. And I know that it's changed them as well.